Hello friends, welcome back to Technique. Today we'll be talking about the Xiaomi 14. So you might be thinking Xiaomi 14 has been released almost 6 months back. So what is the specialty about this device? So we're going to do a long-term review of the Xiaomi 14. Now this device was launched in February 2024 towards the end of Mobile World Congress, and we had this device just before the MWC started. In fact, we did all the video recording at MWC 2024 using the Xiaomi 14. So it has been really good experience for us. Now after 6 months, how does this device work? How good is the update cycle? How good is the performance? The HyperOS, is there any decrease in battery life? The camera performance, has it improved, has it dropped? All these things we'll be talking about in this detailed review. So this is our long-term experience, probably the 6-month experience with the Xiaomi 14. So before going to the video, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So last year we had used the Xiaomi 13 Pro extensively, almost close to a year, and we're pretty happy with the experience, especially the camera experience. Now Xiaomi 14 is more of a compact device. When Xiaomi announced that Xiaomi 14 is coming to India, we thought like this would be a compact form factor. That would mean that there would be some compromise in battery and design language was nothing extraordinary, but in the last 6 months what we felt was the design is quite good. Actually it's pretty held and the build quality is superb. Now if you look at the design, now there isn't anything outstanding about the design. If you look at the camera, it's a really big projection, it's a glass finish and feels very nice. Actually it's a glossy panel, especially this green color, and it is prone to fingerprint. That's one of the downsides I felt, because you have to keep on cleaning this device, otherwise there is a lot of smudges and fingerprint. But the material quality, the edges have been given a really good feel, although I initially thought this would be a bit more sharper, especially in terms of usage, but it has not been that case. It is very smooth in hands and it doesn't fall from the hand because it's not a completely curved side panel. That means the in-hand experience is actually quite good, and just around less than 190 grams. This is a pretty compact device and feels very nice in hands. Around 6.3 inches in display size makes it really useful screen size. It's not too high, not too small, so it's a good screen size actually. So design, nothing outstanding actually, but it's a well designed device and build quality has been really good. In fact, this camera module, even though with the projection there has been absolutely no scratches happening, and with the regular usage, using in the pocket, bag, everywhere, this camera has held up really well in terms of the build quality. The overall material finishing looks good. Even the display has not picked up any scratches whatsoever, so that means the build quality, fit and finish looks really good. So that's my experience. The design is good. It's a very compact device. This is definitely for those people who love compact form factors, because a lot of devices are now moving to the bigger form factor. That means 6.7, 6.9 inches or even larger screen sizes. But then this is very compact form factor, making it really good to use with one hand. You can see here I can just reach around the other side of the display with one hand, especially I have a very small hands, so that makes the device very useful. Next, moving on to the display. Now this display is an LTPO panel with 62 billion colors and 120 Hz refresh rate. It has all the aspects like Dolby Vision support, HDR10 plus, HDR10, and Gorilla Glass Victus 2 support, and really good brightness levels. Typical brightness or the peak brightness is around 3000 nits, making the device really good. Even for outdoor usage we didn't see any sort of issues. The display quality is superb and the touch response overall looks good. The haptic feedback is once again impressive. Actually you can actually control the haptics, and one of those devices which has really excellent haptic control. So that's the display aspect, and display brightness levels and the colors are really good. You can actually tune the colors using the settings, but the most part is that it's really vibrant, crisp, and even with multimedia it looks really good. So watching the movies, even though it might look like a smaller screen, but movie watching experience is also brilliant because of the Dolby Vision and all the brilliant features it packs in the display. So that's the display experience. It has been really good. The touch response is good, and also Gorilla Glass Victus 2 means it is protected from all the scratches. There is also a pre-installed screen guard. It's a basic screen guard which does the work for me. So that's the display aspect. Now let's move on to the software. Now HyperOS Android 14 out of the box. So that was the software experience of this device. So HyperOS comes with really good customization options. When we actually tried the HyperOS first, we really liked the experience, and with the Xiaomi 14 it has been improved a lot actually. In fact, we didn't see any sort of lags, crashes happening or app crashes happening with HyperOS. It has been really solid experience, and out of the memory management has been really improved. Previously MIUI did have some memory management issues with certain devices, but with HyperOS the memory management is really good, and the overall experience is solid. And Xiaomi has been releasing updates, but again the update cycle is something which we really like Xiaomi to improve. 2 months on an average you get an update. And right now this device is running on the July security patch. August has not come in. Probably this month the next security patch would be coming up. So that's one area where Xiaomi needs to improve. The update cycle needs to be monthly instead of bi-monthly update cycle. That's one area they need to improve. But otherwise the software experience is solid, hardly any hiccups, and tons of features included. But once again there have been certain bloatwares included with the device. Not too many, but still there are few bloatwares which can be uninstalled, but probably it should not be there in the device. But otherwise the software experience is really good, and with a pretty good update cycle offered by Xiaomi, this should be able to sustain for pretty good long time. So that's the software experience. Now let's move on to the performance side. Now this device comes with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 with 12GB RAM, UFS 4.0, LPDDR5X RAM, solid hardware experience on this device. Now the performance has been stellar on this device. In fact, when we reviewed the device first time, we actually did the performance testing and found it to be really good in terms of performance and solid experience. In normal usage, you don't see the device heating up or getting warm, which is quite good. The thermals are good. Even though it is a very small form factor, the thermals have been kept really good, and there is absolutely no heating issues in regular usage. Even though if you play games, heavy graphic rich games for some time, then obviously this will have some impact on the battery, as well as there is some device getting warm, but that is kind of normal. It happens with every device, but it's not just the Xiaomi 14 alone. So overall I would say that the performance is solid, and with respect to Antutu score, you get almost close to 20 lakh Antutu score, and UFS 4.0 makes it really good in terms of performance as well. So performance has been a very strong point of the Xiaomi 14, and absolutely no hiccups or issues on this device, and it has remained the same. That's one good thing, because there is no drop in performance over the last 6 months. It feels very snappy, just like it was launched in February. So that's one of the good things about this device. Now we have in fact I have tested this device for a lot of our family events. Whenever there is a family event, my relatives used to tell me to take the Xiaomi device to take those pictures. Even this was the case with the last Xiaomi 13 Pro as well. So now 13 Pro has replaced with the Xiaomi 14. So this is one of those devices I can take really without any sort of issues for any family events or functions, because the cameras has been really good. And even with longer usage during the events or parties, there is absolutely no heating issues on this device. So it has been really held well in terms of solid and stable performance over the last 6 months. Now let's move on to other aspects. The call quality, absolutely good. 5G network, we have used Jio and Airtel, absolutely no issues, and solid experience. Even the Wi-Fi signals are also really good. Call quality is good. This dual stereo speakers works really good. It's a rich and crisp sound, and works very well, especially if you're not using earphones. The sound quality is really impressive from the speakers, so it's actually loud too. So that's the other aspects. Now the fingerprint scanner is also very fast. You can see here I can unlock the device within no time. So the fingerprint scanner is very fast, and in-display fingerprint scanner on this device. So that's the performance side. Let's move on to the cameras. Now you get a triple 50 megapixel camera, 800-900 sensor on this, and it's a 50 megapixel primary camera, optical image stabilization, 50 megapixel telephoto lens, and a 50 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, and a 32 megapixel selfie camera. So we have done the detailed camera review. We are not going in depth to the hardware. Although the Xiaomi 14 Ultra has a superior hardware, this is no different actually in terms of performance. It's a really good performance out there. You get get 3.2x optical zoom on this, and the Xiaomi 14's camera has been one of the solid experience, really good Leica experience. In fact, this is one of the likable cameras in this price segment. Solid performance, whether it is daylight captures, whether it's portraits, low light experience, everywhere the Xiaomi 14 shines in terms of the Leica performance. You get plenty of modes to play around with in terms of Leica camera. The colors are rich, there is no saturation issues, there is a good amount of details on offer. The low light experience is also good. The portraits are really impressive. So it has been really good in terms of camera experience, and the Leica camera has definitely improved, and definitely one of the good camera experience out there. Now the selfie cameras have also been improved. Now one of the downsides with the Xiaomi 13 Pro was the selfie camera. It was not that good, and it was lacking behind in competition. But now with the Xiaomi 14, it has definitely improved. The selfie cameras has a really good experience, and overall the quality definitely looks good. Even in terms of video recording, you do get a 4K 60 FPS using the rear and the front cameras, which is pretty good. A lot of flagships still don't offer 4K 60 FPS for the selfie camera. So overall the camera performance has been solid, and it has remained almost the same during the last 6 months. So updates have not been causing any sort of issues to the camera performance. So it's still solid cameras out there. Now let's move on to the battery life. Now this comes in a 4610 mAh battery, and while the battery capacity seems lower on paper, the battery life is actually quite good. We got around 5.5 to 6 hours battery life or screen on time with our usage. That means it depends upon person to person. So it's quite good actually. 5 battery is easily possible. Again, depends upon usage. It's pretty good actually, considering that it's the smallest form factor, and you do get 90-watt charging. So battery life is also solid, and it has not dropped much, but I would say slight decrease in battery life over the last update I noticed. But again, not a major concern as of now. There is no overnight battery drain issues as such, but battery performance is again solid, considering that it has a 4610 mAh battery. Now you do get wireless charging, and reverse wireless charging is also there. So if you have another device which can top up with wireless charging, you can actually use the device to charge that device as well. So that's one good thing about the Xiaomi 14. Now this also comes with IP68 rating. Last year the official rating was missing on the Xiaomi 13 Pro, but this time around we have the official IP68 rating. That makes it really good in terms of water and dust resistance. So that is also an added advantage for the device. So how good is the Xiaomi 14 after almost 6 months? I would say still a really good flagship out there. Hardly any issues here. Probably I would say the charging speed could have been 120 watt. Again, not a complaint or a con, but that's my suggestion. Actually, it should have been 120 watts. Then broadcast could have been removed. That's another thing. And apart from that, this device is really solid in terms of experience. Hardly any hiccups. It's a really solid flagship cameras out there, and performance has been stellar on this device. So if you're looking for a flagship device that hasn't any sort of major issues, then I would definitely recommend the Xiaomi 14. Even after 6 months, the performance has been good. But one thing I would repeat again, if you are a person who is concerned about monthly update cycle, then probably Xiaomi 14 doesn't offer that. That's one area of improvement I would still suggest to the Xiaomi India team. So that was my experience with Xiaomi 14. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do let us know what do you guys think about the Xiaomi 14. Do share your thoughts in the comment section. This is Namrat signing off. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.